Yo, what's going on, guys? KingStix going to be showing you how to dominate on Master Yi in the jungle. He is decent right now, definitely better than he was in Season 10 here in the preseason 11. He has a couple of really good different item options. In this video, I'm going to be showing you more of a on-hit build, which prioritizes into crit a little bit early. So with the way gunzus work, it kind of takes away your crit. So going 𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐿 your first item is actually really strong standalone item, better than gunzus on Yi for your first item. You also going to want to go red smite refill. I don't think I'm going to get a leash, which sucks. We're going to start Q. I guess they're doing a cheese strat. I don't know, Diana Sona. I'm not quite sure about that. But we should still be able to carry even without a leash. But yeah, anyways, I'll just auto attack Q. We're going to be going 𝐒𝐂𝐿 into Rage Blade, into Bork, most likely. Instead of going Bork, you can go for Wits End if they're AP heavy, which honestly they are. So if Lux, Kata, or Nunu, if any of them are fed, I'll just go for that. Alright, we cleaned that up. I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out. Taking Raptors isn't that bad for you. In this case, I want to play a little bit aggro on the Nunu. I'm going to go ahead and use my E now. Your E's on a long cooldown to where you can only really use it once per camp. So I don't really like to use it before I use my Q, since while you're in your Q, you can't eat anyways. We're just going to farm up. We're going to try to set ourselves up in positions where we can fight the enemy jungler. Nunu, you can beat most junglers, not most, but at least half junglers in 1v1s. Tank junglers, anything like that, you will lose 1v1s against things like Nidalee or Elise, things like that, so just watch out for it. I know it may look like we're low on HP. A big part of it is because we didn't get a leash. We also haven't used any refills or smite yet. Gonna Q it, use my E. I have my double striker already prepped for my E. I'm gonna go ahead and just save my smite for the Gromp. It's whatever. We are getting really low, but it doesn't matter too much. You can use your Q to dodge auto attacks, turret shots, dragon hits. I'm gonna go ahead and smite it. And I'm gonna go push out for 𝐒𝐿. Gromp peels you. I'm gonna go ahead and use a refill and meditate as well. I could use a refill a bit sooner. But basically, we're already here right when 𝐒𝐿 spawns at 315, and we're full HP with still a refill and a smite charge as well. Without leash, keep in mind, without leash, guys. If we had leash, this would have been faster, and I guess it wouldn't matter because we'd still be full HP, but it is what it is. Master Yi is not ideal at taking 𝐒𝐿 since he can't scrape off the shield easily. I'm not smiting it since Nunu's not here. I want to get my Q off of cooldown by auto-attacking anyway, so I could potentially gank top. I can also push into Nunu's golems here. That was an Olaf bait. I kind of ran the wrong way. There definitely wasn't good communication there, because I wasn't running a fast route. Not quite sure why Nar did that. To close the distance, I used my Q, but normally you want to run them down before you use your Q. Your Q is your only gap closer, so if you use it, I should honestly shove in that wave. Olaf needs to teleport back so the wave doesn't get fucked. Your Q is your only real gap closer, so you use it when you can no longer reach them. Or you use it after they flash. It's like both of those. After they use their escape, you just stick to them like glue. Looks like Nunu already took his golems. He did a bit of a full clear. Probably took that bot side 𝐒𝐿 as well. This is diveable. He needs to shove the wave when we can diver. Master Yi is good at dives. He can take turret aggro and then swap it off with his Q, since his Q dodges turret shots and resets the aggro to whoever else is hitting them. So I'm just going to walk up to her, hit her with an auto attack E. I'm going to Q her, stay on top of her just like that. We took 2 turret shots total. Fizz ended up taking them both, but you see we're still both very healthy. Master Yi does have that high dive potential against squishies. I'm gonna try to stay on this guy. I'm gonna Q. Alright, we flash the wall, we meditate. Nice, nice, nice. That was fantastic. Master Yi does perform best when he has a duo. Things like Lulu, Yuumi, any kind of Enchantress, even Janna. So anything that can buff him up and just keep him alive. The longer he stays in the fight, the better, since you're normally going to be taking Conqueror. You're going to get buffed up. That's why you normally see Yi's funneling. Yi can play without funnel. especially right now. We can't afford any other items, so we'll just pick up our tier 1 boots. He has one of the fastest base movement speeds in the game at 355. For example, Fizz is only 335, and Olaf's is 350. Olaf is another fast one, him and Pantheon. Most champions, though, it's very low. Like Sona's is 325, Diana's apparently 345, Lux 330. So Mastery is actually very fast. So just getting boots of speed, you're faster than some champions when they have their tier 2 boots. I'll go ahead and use my smite charge since I have 2. Olaf's waiting for a gank. He's probably spam pinging me. I normally mute my teammates because I don't want them to tilt me. It also keeps me tame. It keeps me from allowing myself to be toxic. I can no longer reach him with my auto attack, so I had to use my Q there. Luckily, his dash was on a cooldown. Very nice. It's very... Oh, there's Nunu. He can't fight us. Getting our Conqueror stacks up. He just killed himself. I'm going to block him off. Q him. He's dead. Yeah, he griefed that really hard. That's the thing. If you're going to play a tank jungler or a mage jungler, you're not going to be able to solo Master Yi in the early game at all. It's just not going to happen. Master Yi's 1v1s are really strong, and like you've seen, his turret dives are very strong as well. Just make sure you walk up to them. It's the key. You need to walk to them, auto them before you Q. That way you can use your Q to dodge things like the Nunu snare. Or especially when people are low on health, is typically when they flash. So as long as you hold on to your Q, once they get to low enough HP to where your Q will kill them anyways, like you Q them and they flash and they die. So yeah, think of your Q. Just hold on to it. Hold on to it for as long as possible, for as long as you can get away with. You'll regret it if you open up every fight with just raw queuing. That's gonna be a huge issue. Mastery is pretty good at soloing dragons, particularly Flame Drake and Earth Drake. Ocean and Wind attack faster, so you'll soak more autos overall. But you still can dodge its auto attacks with your Q and minimize with your W on an auto attack. So for example, I'm not going to do it here. I don't want to waste my meditate, but you see how it's attacking super fast? With Earth and Flame Drake, you can dodge like half of its autos with your Q. On this one, since it autos so much, it's not possible. But in terms of playing Master Yi solo queue, it is viable even in higher elo right now, since Master Yi is a little overtuned. He's like a top 12 jungle champ. But traditionally, if you're going to play in past Diamond, you want to be duo with an Enchantress on your team. Like I said, Lulu, Janna, Yuumi. It's most traditionally Lulu and Taric. But others can do it, of course. My teammates are kind of roaming. Just going to meditate this. Gonna smash Nunu with my E and my R. Kind of griefed that. Apparently I didn't R, which sucks because I didn't get the that really sucks because I didn't get the extended. Whenever you get a killer and assist on your R, it adds another 7 seconds to it, which is fantastic. Basically doubles its duration. I'm just gonna meditate through this. They can't kill me. I'm getting healing and taking reduced damage. I could have queued on top of her there. It was clear she was probably going to jump out, but slow reaction time, man. Low IQ, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. There's a meme that Master Yi takes no skill, and though it can seem that way at times, he definitely has some timings he needs to pinch. You can just really feel that way because at times it feels like there's not a lot of counterplay, especially in 1v1 situations. Nar just picked up a kill. I'm gonna go swing by top. I'll go ahead and leave one Raptor for Nunu. That way it doesn't reset. You'll miss out on a lot of gold XP. Ooh, there's a red buff. My R is up too. I'm gonna pull it into the bush. Nunu is actually one of Master Yi's best matchup. One of his worst is Zax's, believe it or not, since Zax is a bunch of knockups. With Nunu's E slow and R slow, it doesn't affect Master Yi, because when Master Yi's on his R, you can't slow his attack speed or movement speed. So champions that are heavy, slow, reliant aren't particularly good against Yi's, you can imagine. We'll ping him to push the wave in. It's easy to dive people once you have your wave under, because the wave tanks as you slowly walk up to them, like I'm trying to do here. He ulted me. Surprise, surprise. I'm just gonna meditate. Auto attack Q, he's dead. Nice, nice. I basically held on to my meditate as long as possible. So after he blew every single one of his abilities on me and he was slowly about to kill me, he had no abilities left. He needed like another 2 autos. I flicked on my E, smacked him with an auto attack, and then Q'd. So I dodged an auto attack and put a lot of damage into him. You'll get a hang. Just pay attention to your HP as they're hitting you on your meditate. You are taking 60%. Was it like 60% reduced? Yeah, 60% reduced damage, and you're healing a bunch the lower on HP you are. So his meditate is actually very strong level 1, which is why as Master Yi jungler, you're going to be maxing it last. You're always going to be maxing your Q first, E second, and your W completely last. Go ahead and take Carol since we got that kill top lane. Nara's going to be like blocking back the lane. They can't really contest. We have the gold for our item, and I do want to back. With that being said, their jungler's so far behind, I could wreck him right now with my ult. So if I see the opportunity, I'll take it before I back. And we're also still full HP. If I was low HP, yeah, if I didn't have the option, but I should have smited that sooner. That's my bad. We can dive this guy. That smells really good. She just brought in like a big quesadilla. Wow, that smells good. Alright, we're just going to set up our recall here. I actually want Olaf to hit the wave and just shove it under. Once they're under turret, they have no escape because like we talked about, you can dodge a turret shot with your R and trade aggro with your teammate. That's why you're both bashing them. So once they're actually under turret is when they're most vulnerable for a Master Yi dive. But you need your minions there so that way you can slowly, you walk up. That way you can walk up without taking any aggro. So you can land an auto attack without getting hit. Alright, so we got our Kraken Slayer, big. We're going to get our Rage Blade now. Actually, we'll get our tier 2 boots. They're super AP heavy. I'll go Merc Treads. So if you're funneling on Yi, if you have, like we talked about, an enchanter support that you're duo with, you normally go for tabbies on him to minimize the on-hit like auto attack damage you're taking from people. But with their team, it's not really auto attack based. They have triple AP with the Lux, Katarina, and Nunu. So we're actually better off just going Merc Treads for the flat magic resist. And yes, the tenacity won't help us against their slows when we're on our R, since our R makes us immune to slows anyways, yes. But it will help us against the 2 Gnar stuns. He has a stun on his R after he throws you into something. And he has a normal stun. I believe it's his W. Plus Lux Snare. So they have several CCs plus Nunu Snare that I could potentially get helped out with the tenacity. And then we'll be building into Rage Blade next. After Rage Blade, we'll be going Bork or Wit's End. I'm gonna run this guy down. I'll flash if I need to. He's trying to Q to get his E back off of cooldown, similar to the way Master Yi auto attacks to get his. Also, meditate makes you take less damage from turret shots. Makes you take less damage from everything. Alright, we'll just dump the Herald. There's 2 plates. We could have potentially dumped it mid to try to end. I think their Fizz way outclassed their Lux. Just gonna smack this guy, hold on to my Q out. I think he's trolling, dude. There's no way. I'm gonna Q him since I can no longer auto him, and I was about to get snared. This is why Mastery is a massive noob stomp, guys. If you're playing in low elo, people don't understand just how fast you can kill them. The biggest mistake you can make with E is going at him by yourself. There's very few champions, if any, in the game who can solo a Master Yi. Especially once he has a full item, or particularly Rage Blade. He's a tough champion to bounce because of that. Having true damage built into his kit makes it to where tanks aren't tanks, and him being a high damage dealer, he can basically one-shot squishies anyway. So it's kind of like a wood chipper. Kind of just chops it all at the same rate. It doesn't really matter what they build, which is kind of nasty. I have my flash. I'm gonna flash on her. She doesn't have snare. Stay on this guy. Q. I'm dodging turret shots. I survived from the meditate damage reduction. My Q was almost off of cooldown, so I could have just Q'd a minion to dodge it. But as you can see, Master Yi, if you guys are trying to get out of low elo, get out of elo health, learn the jungle route, copy my runes, and you guys will be able to do it. If you enjoyed this Master Yi jungle commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, come chat and chill live on stream. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.